Hello everyone, I'm in the Cloister of Gloucester Cathedral today, and next to me we have got here the Runaway Reindeer, or one of them. Across the city there are a number of these on a special trail. The most famous reindeer that we know, of course, was Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer. And you may say, well, why is the red nose not red? Why is it white? Well, I'm afraid to say that battery has gone flat, so we can't switch it on. But this isn't Rudolph anyway. This is Dasher. And Dasher was made by Tamsin McLaughlin. So maybe it's right that Dasher has a white nose. The famous song, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, was written by Gene Autry. He was quite a multi-talented American in the middle of the 20th century. He could sing, he could write songs like Rudolph. He was a musician, songwriter, obviously. He worked in a rodeo and could ride in a rodeo, and also he was a baseball owner as well. Now, the song, I'm not going to sing it, don't worry, but it does remind us of reindeer, of course, and those famous reindeer that Santa Claus had. Santa Claus is a Dutch name for St. Nicholas, and St. Nicholas's Day is the 6th of December. We know that St. Nicholas historically was a bishop in Turkey in the 4th century. And he is the patron saint, of course, of children. There's a famous story associated with him of where he saved some children to being sold, possibly sold into slavery, by his own generosity. At night, when they were asleep, he brought them gifts. And when they woke up in the morning, those gifts were there and they were enabled to stay with their family. It's a simple story, but one, of course, that resonates for us today with children at Christmas and St. Nicholas, Santa Claus. He's also the patron saint of sailors as well, and often churches dedicated to St. Nicholas are quite close to docks or quays. And here in Westgate Street in Gloucester, we have the historic church of St. Nicholas on the way down to the River Severn and the old quay of Delode. So St. Nicholas, patron saint of children and sailors, and known for his generosity. And the special prayer that we have for St. Nicholas reminds us of that as well, because, of course, generosity, given and received, is one of the great aspects of the spirit of Advent, and particularly of Christmas. So many people gather in the cathedral for special services and events at the moment, and it's about charitable generosity, supporting vulnerable and needy people, and that's really important. So we need to remember again in Advent and Christmas that part of all this great meaning to this season is God's generosity in Jesus Christ and our generosity to each other. Loving God, the lover of souls, who chose your servant Nicholas to be a bishop in your church, that he might give freely out of the treasures of your grace. Make us mindful of the needs of others, and as we have received, so teach us also to give. Amen.